Hey there guys, Bill McMillan here with you on NDWX.com. Tell you what, it feels much different out there this evening. Still chilly, still kind of that raw feel, but certainly much improved from where we were this time yesterday to the tune of 20 to 30 degrees across central portions of Indiana. As we get into a briefly, keyword there, milder airflow ahead of our next storm system. Better enjoy it because it all comes crashing down again as we go into the day on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. Putting the forecast radar into motion, we already have some drizzle, some fog out there this evening. Some freezing drizzle, freezing rain noted across northern Indiana as well. Steadier rain will build in here during the overnight, and I still think somewhere between 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock is when we're looking at the heaviest downpours across central portions of the state. High-resolution NAM will continue to show that as well. So relatively good agreement with our shorter-term high-resolution guidance here as we go through the overnight and into Wednesday morning. All total, most likely looking at somewhere between a half inch to 3/4 of an inch for most area rain gauges. That said, we may see a few that do go in excess of an inch across central portions of the state. Heaviest amounts look to be across northern Indiana. As we go back and take a look at the forecast radar into Wednesday evening, we may notice as this cold air begins to catch up with the precipitation exiting, a brief period of very light snow or some light snow showers, but that won't be a big deal. The bigger deal awaits as we move into Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, as the through Arctic plunge begins to enter the region. And with that, it'll certainly help kick up snow showers across central portions of the state Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. And we'll also notice the lake effect machine really begin to kick in here as well during that time frame, giving northern, northeastern portions of Indiana some accumulating snow during that time frame. Looking further ahead, big story again is the return of the bitterly cold Arctic air as we wrap up the week and head into the weekend. And then it's a very busy pattern from a standpoint of tracking multiple upper-level disturbances or clipper systems, each of which will be most likely dealing the area some rather high-ratio type snow. So an active winter pattern returns as we move into late week and on into next week as well. Really, in every day or two, we're tracking systems that will be capable, at least, of depositing some accumulating snow. Again, it still looks like, at least in the more immediate term, that Saturday night, Sunday system is likely to be the strongest and had the most likely chance to drop a light accumulation of snow from southern and central portions of the state, north and northeast. We'll continue to keep an eye on that very closely, and then right on its heels will come another clipper system. And given the nature of the jet and just kind of the overall pattern in and of itself, we really will have to keep a close eye on these as they continue to dig southeast. It won't take much for these to kind of spin up and turn into a more significant type snow event for our portion of the Ohio Valley. So certainly just know we're keeping a very close eye on things, and we may have to adjust the forecast accordingly as we get a bit closer. Before we wrap things up, guys, I wanted just to take a quick look, see if I can get the European ensemble to pull up here. There we go. At the 6 to 10 day period, and again, the obviously returning briefly milder ahead of the storm system, but the big theme here, as you can see, is just a rather prolonged cold pattern across the eastern portion of the country, and potentially it really may turn wild as we get set to wrap up the month. The European ensemble today is just going gangbusters with dropping the polar vortex down over the Great Lakes. Whether or not that's the case or not is yet to be seen. But with that said, regardless, you talk about this blocking over the top. We're going to be locking in this cold pattern, and with it will come multiple opportunities for snow in the days and weeks ahead. Make it a great evening, guys. Thank you as always for logging on to NDWX.com. We'll talk with you soon.